Welcome to OKSB, OK So Boom Podcast, the show about absolutely nothing, the show that is absolutely everything. I'm your host, Drew. My guest today is Cornell.
What's up, family?
If you guys, just some homekeeping, if you guys like what we do, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. It's good karma.
All down below.
How you been, man?
Man, that's a good question. I've been all right, but, share my ups and downs.
Yeah.
Apparently, my car is missing a flywheel
Okay.
that holds the transmission and the power system together. They told me that today, and I'm wondering how is it missing that whole ass part?
Right.
You know?
How are you going around
How
in
am I
these
going
streets?
around? They're like, well, we don't know, but it's missing, so 1,800.
That's like when you go to the doctors and they're like, "Yo, you got stage 4 prostate cancer." How did the other doctors? How did y'all miss this?
Yeah, where did the first 3 stages come from?
Yeah.
I just had a checkup 6 months ago.
How did I go from stage 0 to stage 4?
Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I had that little update. So I've been on kind of a house arrest,
Yeah.
I don't want to do the lifting too much. The public transportation is a no-go. It's
Yeah.
wild out here.
Well, luckily you got some of that COVID training, you feel me? So you know what it felt like to be stuck at home.
Yeah.
For some of us, that was no big deal. You know what I mean? Like for some of us introverted people, that was no big deal. They were like, "Bet you're telling me to stay home all day and chill and lay on my back and watch nothingness on my phone?" Bet. The extroverts were having a hard time.
Yeah, I'm more of the outside kind of guy, so I'm used to being, running these streets. And then when they were telling the streets are locked up, no more clubbing, no more bars and all that type of stuff. I was like, okay, a little vacation is nice.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks later, I was like, okay, they're not open yet.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 weeks.
Crazy times.
2 weeks turned into 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's in the rear view, and here we are. So we're going to do a little random Q&A.
All right, cool.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, so boom. What's worse, getting cheated on with a stranger or getting cheated on by their ex?
Woo. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Give me a couple seconds.
Yes, digest that.
Digest
So you
that.
just found out they cheated. One of the worst things somebody can do. But it could get possibly worse. Which it's bad, but which is worse? Getting cheated on with by a stranger or their ex?
I feel that the stranger would be worse, because if they cheated on with their ex, they know their ex, they know what to expect and all that.
Right.
If it's somebody new, like somebody they just started working with or out of the blue,
A hookup,
like,
random hookup.
random hookup. It's okay. What is it now? You can't pin what is it that caused that. Now you're up for like some random. Nah. I'd rather the ex. The ex I can understand more.
Yes.
The random dude. Oh, I don't even. He's just a Tinder dude.
Yeah.
The fuck? What?
Yeah. It's easier to brush off, you feel
Yeah.
like. Or, no. So you're saying that the stranger is worse.
The stranger is worse than the ex. The stranger is just random. The ex you can understand. Like, okay, maybe is it an emotional thing?
Right.
Were you missing something? Whatever.
Yeah.
But just a random, it's like, so this is just.
This is what you do?
This is what you do.
You're just out here in these streets?
Okay.
Yeah. I could feel that. I feel that. I could see both sides. The stranger, I feel like the fact that it's the principle behind the stranger that would be worse for me, like the visuals of the stranger. But then at the same time, with their ex, now you're just kind of like, now you're thinking, how long has it been going on? Because they've always had contact.
You're comfortable. You've had that. You had that contact. You had that history. It's easier to go back to something that you know.
Right.
So yeah, that's always in the battle. How long has it been going on?
Right.
And that opens up conversation. But when it's just random, like you just come across a random ass dating app or whatever, like okay.
Yeah.
This is new.
Yeah.
Something we need to talk about.
So definitely, or not talk about.
Or not talk about.
Or it's just over.
Yeah, it's just over. We out.
We out. Okay. Next up. Okay, so boom. If you had a time machine, where would you go? The the future or the past?
I gotta go to the future, man. I have this urge, this undying
This longing,
longing to figure out what am I gonna be missing in the next 400 years.
bro.
Because if you think about it, how fast we've accelerated since, like, let's just say the Industrial Revolution, since we first
Early
invented the
1900s,
engine.
right?
Since the engine first rolled out, look how far society has come.
Now we got Tesla.
Exactly.
Now
We
your
went
car
from-
drives
We
itself.
went from horses to self-driving cars.
Yeah.
You know, and about 100. So what are we gonna do in the next 4? Like how? I want to see
crazy.
what's gonna go on. You know?
Yeah.
I already know what happened. I know what we
facts.
left behind.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. We kind of know what happened, right? Because that's the thing. That's the thing with
kinda.
history books, right? Because history is all about perspective, and we're at where some things are clear cut evidence, right? We got evidence that this and that happened,
Right.
but then there's some things in history we just don't know, or they're just written by somebody, right? So you have different interpretations of the
And that's
past.
the thing about it. Depends on who's writing it.
Yeah, who's writing it? I think I'm definitely with you when it comes to the future, right? I kind of feel like for instance, our great grandparents. Nah, I might have to go a little bit further than that. Sometime in the not so distant past,
Okay.
they didn't even know what a cheeseburger tasted like, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for most of human history, no one had cheeseburgers. For most
Right.
of human history,
Right.
no one experienced bald pussy. You know
Well,
what I mean? Like
it-
these are recent awesome things.
It was a skill to get the hair off of certain places of your body.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I think about, wow, what cuisine will I be missing? What kind of, are we going to meet aliens and am I going to be missing out on alien puss?
I would sign up for that. You know.
I would too.
I would. I'd venture for mankind. I'd do that.
You know what? I'd be hard pressed to find somebody who, when they watched Avatar for the first time, didn't think about it. You know what I mean?
Man.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Them long blue legs.
Say no more. I understand. I understood why
that
that dude
ponytail.
he stayed back. You know,
Yeah.
I understand why he switched sides.
Yeah.
You know.
Facts. You know it had to be good for him to be like, yeah, you know what? This, man. Y'all keep you guys could keep the cheeseburgers. Y'all could keep Joe Byron. I'm in some alien puss.
Man, I got my legs back and I got some alien cheeks to clap.
Yup.
Let's go. I'm not
Yup.
coming back.
I'm excited for the next movie, by the way. Very
I
excited.
felt like it took forever. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, just like all great things in life,
Yeah.
that's usually when when it's gonna be good.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, no, because
Or it's gonna be the biggest letdown in modern history.
Matrix 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not even gonna dive too deep into that one.
So to caveat on the past or the future,
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would lean towards the future just because I want to meet the aliens. But honestly, the past doesn't sound too bad either because I would want to see either one of two things. If I could only go back for like one day, number one on the list, I would probably have to meet Jesus himself. Like I would have to see for myself because he didn't write the Bible. Everybody else wrote the Bible.
Right.
So what was he really like? Well, I would ask him, are you really the son of, like, what's up with that? Are you really the son of God?
Yeah,
like, how do you
what's
feel?
going on here?
Who do you think you are? Tell me with your own words who you think you are on this planet. What was he like? Did he have funny jokes?
Show me how you turned that water into wine real quick. What was
Yeah.
that alchemy process?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show me that trick. I
Yeah.
can bring it back.
And then come back.
Yeah.
Factoline, yeah, factoline
Yeah.
with anything, yeah.
Yeah. And the pyramids. I'd probably have to take a sneak peek at them pyramids to see how it was really built.
Man, the pyramids were airdropped in, man. We all know.
It's just that's just one of those things, bro. It's hard for me to fathom. Like it's so hard for me to fathom sometimes that I really would need to kind of just be there on construction site and just be like, yo, really, how did this go down?
Yeah, I'd show up in a hard hat and be like, okay, how did you guys get these heavy ass blocks all the way up there with no cranes?
And why? And why? Because I don't care what anybody says. We still don't know why. We're just speculating.
I mean, apparently some of them are pointed towards certain stars and
You know what I mean?
whatever.
I need to see if there was any aliens there.
They would check if they were clapping alien cheeks all the way back then.
So I'm saying, why would I can knock out? I can knock
I'm
out two.
upset.
I can knock out
upset.
2 birds with 1 stone. I don't have to go to the future to clap some alien cheeks. I could just see how the pyramids were built and clap alien cheeks on the same trip.
You got it.
Got it. Okay, so boom.
Okay.
Would you get head from a bald woman? Bald skin.
I don't
You
think
know a little bit about
I'd-
this.
I don't think I'd be able to concentrate
I don't think so
because
either.
I'd just be like,
I don't think so either.
you know, I do like the whole
You like-
mysticism thing. You know, I try to like read the future, like the whole crystal ball type.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm immature, so
Yes.
I could admit that.
So the reason why I thought about this was I recently rewatched Black Panther.
Say no more. Say no more.
And I'm just looking at these bald heads. And, they're beautiful women and stuff.
Yes.
But I'm just thinking to myself, the hair grabbing, it's such a vital part of it. And I'm thinking to myself, without the hair, what do I have left?
Listen, I've had one, I can't say an experience, but a similar experience. One of my exes, she had dreads. And one day the dreads were just gone. She wasn't completely bald, but she had like just a short.
Oh,
I was like, what?
yeah.
What happened? Like running my fingers through the hair and the dreads, and like you said, that physicality of grabbing it or whatever.
Right.
It's a thing, but when it's gone, it's like you don't even know what to do anymore. You know what I'm saying?
What do I do with my hands?
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, it's
You
weird.
know?
It's weird. And also, like with the bald head, I'm talking skin on skin. Like if it gets hot and the precipitation, it'd be like that scene from The Matrix when the freaking Agent Smith was rubbing Morpheus's head, son. Just that sweat, just that sweat glazing over as you're trying
That scene
to.
always did stick out to me, and I was like,
Because that was nasty.
yeah, that was nasty. He was
And
getting
that
a
would
little
be
handsy.
you if you were trying to get head from a bald.
I don't know. Hair is always. I'm attracted to women with long hair.
Right.
But the complete opposite of having them bald at the same time is like, I don't know. It just does something.
know.
It just does something.
I don't know. Okay, so boom. What's a conspiracy theory that you believe in?
Ooh, how far down the rabbit hole are we gonna go with this one?
We're gonna go light on it because I got 2 more questions, so we'll keep it light. I want to do a whole other one just for conspiracy theories.
All right, cool. Them lights in the sky that be dancing around, it's not mass hallucination. There's something up there.
There's something up there.
You know? No, it's not a weather balloon. No, it's not the Air Force testing out their new jet. There's something up there.
But we don't exactly know,
We don't just tell us the truth. Just tell us what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
or at least tell us you have no idea the same way I have no idea. I'd be fine with that
I'd be
too.
fine with that. Listen, we don't know.
Yeah,
Lie to me that way. Lie to me better.
yeah.
know?
Do better.
Do better when you lie to me.
Yeah. I think I'm with you on that. I definitely feel like they know, but the truth is way scarier than aliens from like another world. I think that's the problem. I think that the truth that they know is that especially with religions, they would correlate what religious texts were saying about these extra dimensional beings. Like I don't think that they're coming from another star system. I think that they're coming from another dimension right next door.
Right.
And I think that they found that out. And I think that had it been aliens from another world that were kind of like us,
Right.
they'd be like, all right, like at least mentally, the American people could kind of like picture that, right? They could be like, okay, it's from another star system, whatever. We could wrap our heads around that. But now you start bringing metaphysics into it. Now you start bringing the fact that they're here, like here all the time.
Right.
That I think that's why they're hesitant.
So on some like Rick and Morty type shit where you could just open up to a whole nother dimension
Yep.
and they're peeking in like, oh, what's going on over here? Nah, they're not ready yet. And it's disappear.
I think that reality is a lot closer to like the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think reality is a lot closer to that than what people think. Like I think that there is variations, there is multi-dimensions, there is time travel, there is witchcraft, there is sorcery. Like I think
We need
that
to get our own little Doctor Strange going on.
I think that reality is actually a lot closer to these films than what people are led on to believe. But that's just what my heart says. I have no proof of this, but I just kind of feel like reality is stranger than what we think it is. That's what I think.
Okay.
Do you think it's okay to go through your girl's phone? Oh, Lordy.
When I was on my creep shit, I thought I would try to get like maybe she's hiding a nude or something or whatever,
Right.
or a little topless picture. But when you think about it on a deeper level, you're just looking. You're never gonna find what you're looking for.
No.
Nope.
Whether it was good or bad,
When it was good,
you're gonna walk away from.
whatever your intention was, right? You're gonna come. So let's just say you come across a scandalous picture.
Yeah.
Wait, why didn't I get this one?
Yeah.
You know, like it just, and then there it goes. The rabbit hole opens up, and you just fall deeper inside. Leave it alone.
My ignorance is bliss. Sleep well, King. Just
There you go.
sleep well, King.
Leave it alone.
Just leave it alone because no one has ever left the phone unscathed. You know, no one has ever left the phone unscathed. You know, even if a girl goes through a guy's phone, even if he's not cheating, the conversations with the boys.
Sus.
I mean,
or it's like, why would you tell that? Like, it's just, there's just something somewhere you're gonna have a problem with.
Yeah.
And it could be benign, it could be nothing.
yeah,
You know, but just leave it alone.
just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone.
But you've done it though.
I've done it. That's how I know to leave it alone. That's how I
the
know.
funniest part is that we're all like, oh, that's so petty. Don't do that.
do it,
This,
don't
that, and
do
the
it.
third.
Listen,
But then we all have done it, you know.
Speaking from experience, just leave it
Yeah,
alone.
just leave it alone.
'Cause
Yeah.
even if you, like you say, you dive, don't go to the message. You go to the messages. You dive in the group chat. You see what her friends are saying. See what she's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, one time I was in a relationship with this girl, and I don't know what I was expecting to find, you know, but I found her. This is back when Craigslist was still a thing, and I found out that she was selling a little something, not Girl Scout cookies, but a different type of cookie.
She was soliciting some services.
Yeah, and after that, and you know what the craziest part is? She came at me like I was the bad person. I'm like, excuse me, pretty woman. What is this? She's like, well, you shouldn't have been going through my phone then. Mother F.
You see the conundrum? It's bad that she's doing it, but then it's bad that you invaded her privacy. But if you didn't invade the privacy, you wouldn't have come across this huge...
Yeah, piece of information. But I'm so glad I did, though. I'm so glad I did. And you know what? Another thing, if I could go back in time and do it all over again, I think would I still go through the phone? Yes, because it saved me from a very bad person. But also, I think I wouldn't tell them that I went through the phone. I think that I would just start dropping maybe innuendos, little cookie crumbs,
Right.
until I submit the person into admission. Where it's like, okay, like, you know what I mean?
I like that. That's the more mature way to do it. Like I said, I'm immature, so I would have. I would have responded to the page, to the ad, you know.
Yeah.
And then showed up, and then like have that conversation there.
Yeah, but that's how domestic violence happens. So people try to get away with stuff like that, and it always ends up bad. You know,
bad.
that like people showing up with like the guy that she was with and stuff like that. Like
like some cheaters. Remember that show, Cheaters?
Listen, there's a reason why they have security and a production and things you don't have, okay? Leave it up to the professionals.
Right.
You are not that guy. You are not that girl, okay? Yeah, maybe sometimes you're going to get away with it. Maybe you're going to get unscathed. But you don't know. When you're in that situation, when you storm into that room, you don't know. And some people, you know, go to jail or worse. So I would just say, you are not the show cheaters. Leave that alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Okay. Do you think that we're ever gonna colonize?
There we go.
Yeah. Do you think we're ever gonna colonize space?
Yeah.
You think
Eventually.
so? Eventually.
Eventually, I think we wouldn't have a choice too. At
Yeah.
this rate, I mean, kudos to Elon Musk for doing the spaceship thing.
Yeah.
as far as having it land the right way, instead of just falling off into the ocean somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's just a huge step in moving towards the right direction.
Yeah.
Second thing is this planet.
Yeah.
It ain't got too much time left.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to whatever's going on around the world, one of the biggest rivers in France is about 2/3 dry right now. You could walk on it, and that was the biggest river in that country.
Yeah.
And then Britain running out of water. We're gonna need to go outside pretty soon.
Yeah. I think that with the amount of money and resources to do that, I think it would just be easier to like save this planet, Maybe I'm just thinking too simply of it, but like I think that it would be much, much easier to just
Of course it is.
overhaul, like, because at the end of the day, why would we go to space if we haven't mastered sustainability here? You know what I mean? That's like being like, yo, I got HIV. Let me give you HIV. Why? Because HIV is better than one HIV.
All right, so they say necessity is the mother of invention. Right, so we wouldn't need to unless we had to. We wouldn't need to invent it. We wouldn't need to go to space unless we were running out of resources here. I fully agree. I think it's a lot easier to save what we have. We haven't hit the point of no return.
No, definitely not.
But it's too much money being made.
Yeah.
It's too much money.
And not only that, but like, when I think about space, people aren't lining up to live in Antarctica. And mind you, Antarctica is much worse or much better, Antarctica, living in Antarctica right now is much better than the environment living on Mars. So why would and if people aren't lining up to live in Antarctica, it'd be foolish to think that people would have a good old time in outer space. Just because it's outer space, I don't mean nothing. It's still cold.
I think
still dry.
You're thinking of I think you have too much of a light version on it. I think people would be conscripted.
Oh, they get kicked out, you saying?
Yeah, you get off this planet onto the new one to go terraform.
Yo, they'd be like, it'd be like a future version of the IRS.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, you racked up way too much carbon on this planet. I see that you're on the next bracket. You got to go. Here's your tickets.
Right.
See you later.
Right, or you've missed your recycle quota or whatever it is, and you've got bumped up to the next ship off.
Yeah.
And you're going off world.
Your great grandfather, he used up so much electricity, and now you have to pay for what he did.
Exactly.
200 years ago.
He used up your rations of electricity, so you're either going dark or you're off world.
Wild. Okay. So do you think that I'm trying to think. Do you think that it's okay to shame? Do you think it's okay to judge? Do you think it's okay to judge somebody?
Ooh, it was before.
Yeah.
In terms of just pure survival.
Yeah.
When we're out there, said that doesn't look right. I'm not gonna go over there.
Making judgments of your environment to survive.
Right. So I'm not either go over there, or I'm not gonna fuck with that, or I'm not gonna touch that, or whatever. So that preconceived judgment, yeah. But I've judged and I was wrong before.
Right.
So
Yeah. I think me personally, we need to bring judging back because things getting wild out here. Things getting out of control. One of the things I hate when people, hate's a strong word. One of the things I really dislike that people say, and it's one of these virtue signaling terms to show everybody, hey, I'm a good person, is I don't judge. Fuck you and everything you love. You do judge.
Everybody judges.
Everybody judges. And you know what? To be honest, I think it's okay. I think it is okay to judge. Not to say that you're going to be hostile towards somebody, not to say that you're going to be mean to somebody, but all you're doing is simply judging internally so that way you can make better decisions. And I don't think that that's bad. I think that that's good. And I think everybody does it.
We're doing a survey around the country on the way population handles themselves and speaks and deals with their friends and interact with their peers.